And what we have today, guys, is a super cool, super awesome OP Iron Golem farm, 600 iron an hour, MCPE and Bedrock for the win. Hey there, guys, Skippy here from Skippy 6 Gaming. Guys, coming to you with a super duper crazy daisy OP Iron Golem farm. Guys, this is max volume, pretty much as good as it gets. 20 villagers, 20 beds, and 20 workstations. This Iron Golem farm will put out nearly between 5 and 600 iron an hour, and it will allow up to 2 golems at one time. However, you will see during certain periods, sometimes there's none, sometimes there's 2, but there will never be more than 2. Guys, for this one here, let's go for 2,584 likes. If you are down with the cause, don't forget to hit me up below. Guys, consider subscribing if, yeah, you know, we have crazy news. And there's 2 at a time right there. Look at that, 2 at a time. Consider subscribing if you like news, tutorials, let's plays, and stuff. And yeah, guys, the olden days, we would never dream of 2 iron golems at one time. Come on, how awesome is that? Very little cats, guys. I just made this not very long ago at all. It's pumping. And like I said, cats are very minimal on this one. So, big shout out, guys. Big shout outs to High on Life. He's a friend of mine and he is a member of my Discord. He's a mod in my Discord, actually, and he was working on this Iron Golem farm. He made it a little small. That said, he did it with 10 villagers. I really kind of figured that we wanted 20 villagers, 20 workstations, and make it max size so that we can have 2 golems. So I kind of adjusted it a bit to do that. That just really had a little bit of a change of the beds in the middle. So big shout outs to him, guys. A link to his channel is in the description below and you can go check it out. And if you want to save a little bit of resources and make it just a little smaller, then yeah, you're really kind of almost ready to go as well, guys. So let's do this. We're going to talk about a few things before we make the build. Guys, listen, don't skip this. Listen to me. There's certain things you have to look. You can stack this. You can make another one of this. If you want to make another one of this, you're going to have to make it 100 blocks above this farm. Not only that, this farm will only work when you're standing within 54 blocks of it. So that said, if you have 2 of these farms 100 blocks away from each other, you're going to need to stand 50 blocks in the middle of the 2 of them. So you're going to have to be very specific about your AFK spot. Number 3, you're going to see, look at that, 2 golems at a time again. I thought he was stuck there. That tripped me out there. I was like, why is he stuck? I guess he was kind of just like dumbfounded for a second. So, number 3, guys, you only want to use one type of villager. Any villager, no nitwits. So no nitwits, no baby villagers. Skip the nitwits, skip the baby villagers, no green coats. Number 4, in addition to this, you're going to want to use certain workstations, guys. This is going to help you out, guys. This is going to help you out a lot. On the left, you see we have barrels, lecterns, and composters. These, for some reason, are not operational in the rain, which means that you will get a slightly less amount of iron golems in your farm if you use them. So just don't use them. Use the ones on the right here, like smoker, blast furnace, smithing table, cartography table, grindstone, fletching table. These ones. I like to just use one. Personally, this one here, I use smithing tables because it makes that clanging noise. They're going to be clank, 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 and it's like the sound that iron is being made. So I really like it. I think it's super cool when it does that. And yeah, so I feel good because you can see the volume that this pumps out. If you want to do this pixel art, press pause because I ain't gonna do no tutorial on the pixel art. I think it's kind of bad, but I just did it off the top of my head, so I think that's pretty good. And yeah, I'm gonna try to time-lapse a little bit of this, but it's pretty easy stuff. Let's tell you what you need for this build, guys. For this build, you're gonna need 2 chests, 4 hoppers. You're gonna need 2 buckets of water to make a source block, and then you're gonna need, you know, bring a bunch of buckets to help you out. You're only gonna need 4 buckets of lava, 44 buttons, 20 smithing stations, 20 beds, and 20 villagers. That's pretty straightforward. Glass and blocks of choice are going to be the big ones. You're going to need around 1,100 glass. If you use as much glass as me, you're going to need around 700 solid blocks for the 2 platforms. 40 trapdoors, and 8 ice. 8 ice is something that you can have. It's totally optional, in addition to the fact that this glass right here is completely optional as well. You can make that out of cobble, should you desire. And again, guys, pumping. Look, 2 iron golems at a time, all the time, man. What? Okay, guys, get ready to build. And so let's start this bad boy off. Guys, we're going to start right here. This is your ground. This is your sky, whatever it is. 2 chests right next to each other. Double chest, up, hopper down, 2 more hoppers. into it, and into it. Nice and easy, nice and simple. Look, guys, beautiful. Okay, so let's jump down here. Let's go ahead and crouch down, and what we're going to do is actually put 8 glass. So let's crouch for the first one here, right here. 8 glass times 2 going out on each side. Okay, so now that we have that done, we have 8 glass times 2 going out on each side. We're going to just call this the front for all intents and purposes. Let's go up here and we're going to bring this up and put 4. So, bang, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do the same thing to the other side here. It is a symmetrical build, basically. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we're going to do is extend this guy here. This is going to be the fun part. We're going to extend this guy here 18 blocks after these 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now you can see we have extended it up 1, so 8 to each side, up 1, and then we're going to do these 4 in the middle with 18 blocks this way, times 2, 18 blocks this way, times 2, same thing on the other side. So now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and put a small rim around this border. So what we're going to do is just bring this guy out. We're going to want this guy to go up 2 blocks like this. So we're going to want to bring, actually, what we're going to want to do is just wrap a rim around the whole thing like this. So wrap a rim around it all the way around here. So now that we've done that, we can feel good about it. Let's go right ahead and do one more for good measure. Just 1 block higher, you can see that will end up making it 3 in the middle here. And that will make it 2 high on the walls on the side. And okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to do a little bit of a water placement. We can actually go ahead and just point out the fact that you can do this right here. This is okay. You're allowed to have this extra bar kind of go over here. You're more than welcome to leave that. That works fine because, yeah, the cats are going to be going through there. So let's go ahead and place our water. This is a unique water placement. It should be pretty easy to understand. What we're going to do is start on the outside. So again, we're looking at our farm face forward here. So we're going to do the outside first. And we're going to put a bucket of water right here. We're going to watch that source block grow. As the source block goes, what we're going to see is where it goes to. Let's go ahead and use ice here. You don't have to. Again, none of this has to be ice or glass, but this will make it go a little bit faster. So what we're going to do is put a button here, water here. And you can see this will continue going down, and it's going to keep working because iron golems are big enough to keep the water flow. You can see we've done this here. So I'm going to do this exact same thing on all 4 corners, and then we're going to do the middle together. Okay, so now that you've seen us complete that task, we're going to do the same thing in the middles here, and you're going to see it just so happens to be pretty well lined up to go right down the middle. So let's go ahead and put our ice right here, and put this over here, put this over here, put our water source right here, and on this one here, we're going to do these 2 together. You can see it goes all the way down. Perfecto. Yeah, that's right. So let's do this here. Ice right here, button right here, button right here, water source right here, and it goes. So as you can see, beautiful. Dudes, how awesome is that? Perfect timing, right to the center. Let's go ahead, I'm going to do this on this side too. And there we go. So this looks really good. What we are going to do now, guys, is grab some solid blocks. This is going to take a while. I'm just going to go ahead. Basically, what we are going to do is we are going to create one huge platform that's going to go right from where the water sources are here. It's going to go all the way across here, and it's going to stop on this wall right here. Then it's going to continue all the way up to the front. Once we go up here, we're going to bring it all the way over here as well. Again, stopping on this wall right here. Bringing it right up to here. Once this is done, the last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just bring this glass around. So now basically what we're going to do is I'm going to bring all the glass around that isn't up on that platform on the other side as well. And the other thing I'm going to do is fill this whole platform in. Once I'm done this, I'm going to actually just time lapse that. You don't want to watch me fill this platform. There's going to be a special area marked off in the middle that's important, and I'll come back once we have this glass cut up and that middle platform set. Okay, so guys, we got this done. You'll notice there is some markings on the floor. This is going to designate the 20 beds that we will be using for this farm. In addition, I have a few things built up on the side, and we're going to do this together right now. So we'll start with these blue blocks here. These blue blocks is going to be where we put water sources on top. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and mark, because we're going to need to be able to put water sources on top of these guys. So I'm just going to bring them all the way down, and the water sources will go on top of them. We're going to leave them there for now, and we will put the water maybe at the end. I feel like it's going to be a little loud and annoying for us, so we'll just leave it and do the water all at the end. In addition, you're going to notice we have our glass built up. So the one thing I can tell you is I'm definitely not going to do on camera is we are going to build the glass all the way up. As you can see, we pretty much have our perimeter. You can see the glass goes right off the side of the thing, and we are going to go all the way up somewhere around like this. It's never going to be that big of a deal, but about 3 blocks above there. And that's going to be something that I'll do, I guess, after we get some of the harder parts of the building off. But you can see basically the easy perimeter, again, doesn't have to be glass, guys, but you're probably going to make it out of glass because you want it to look good. So there's going to be a whole nother floor for spawning that we are going to make right here, and we are going to get prepared for that right now. So let's go ahead and do this. So basically we've established that our beds are going to be in this line right here. The next floor is actually going to be right here. So what we want to do is make ourselves a little area. We're going to break it out after, but we want this area to be ready for us to put the villagers. So we're going to make it one bigger than the actual area here, and we are going to line it up so that the beds are going to be right here. So we want these beds to be right in that empty space right here. So let's go ahead and get rid of, we want 1, 2, 3 bed. There we go. So once we've done this, we're 2 off of the ground. We're going to make the area like this, and then we're going to make it 1 bigger on the ends and on the sides, so it's going to be 4, and we're going to go through the whole thing like this. And this is going to be what we get ready to put our beds on. These are temporary blocks, so we're just going to do them for now. And what I will do is actually I'll just do this. I'm going to do this with you guys. I'm not going to time lapse this part. Actually, I will time lapse it, but not really. So let's do this 1 around, and then let's just extend it. So once we've done this, we're ready. Water sources are going to go down there. Beds are going to go here. Let's go ahead and get this guy ready too. So what we're going to want to do is make a whole nother layer up here. So the easy way to do this one is to make sure that it only goes up to where this one drops off. See what we got here? We're going to go in a circle around it, and basically we'll have the whole entire up here covered except where it has that middle thing. And we're going to do just like the little one. I'm going to time lapse this one because this is going to take a long time, but basically it's the same floor as the floor below, except it's going to be empty in the middle where this area is here for the beds. And there we have it. So we have this guy started. I don't want to confuse too many people. I feel like I will if I use this blue. So this blue is where the source blocks actually go, and the one underneath isn't. So I'm actually going to just go ahead and place the water now. So basically, let's just place this water, get it out of the way. It'll be nice and easy. Basically, just go ahead and put source blocks on top of every one of these guys. and we're going to go down, and then we're just going to break the blocks underneath them. So it's easy as that. Okay, so now that we've done that, that feels good. It looks good. These gray blocks are going to be gone too, so don't get too irritated with those. Let's go ahead and put our beds down, guys. You can put them whatever way you want, but we want to leave a row around the outsides, just like that. One here, one here. You can switch the directions. I don't think I care. I really don't. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out on the foot of the bed, and it'll all face the same direction. I think it's easier. Let's just do it. There's going to be 20 beds, and yeah, right down the middle. Now that these guys are done, let's go ahead and put this glass in. So this is why I did the water, because I didn't want to confuse people. We're going to put this glass in because we need to lock these villagers in here so that they don't come out. And yes, we're going to want to place these villagers in here right now. So let's just put this blue glass here. So this blue glass now represents where the source blocks are actually going to go, right? So unlike the other one, the source blocks are going to have to be placed where these blocks are, but for now we're going to use them to place our villagers in. We also know that once these villagers go in this hole, it's going to be easy for us to actually get them to stay in there because they won't have anywhere to go. Number 2, the biggest trick and tip to this whole thing is if you want to do this, use villagers. You're going to want to bring them in on mine carts. You're going to want no nitwits and no babies. And you're going to want to do this at night. If you do this at night, guys, your life will be 10 times easier. So I'm going to do it at night / time. So I'm lucky. In survival mode, you're going to have a bigger problem. You're going to have to be quick. It's not that difficult. If you do it at night, you should be able to basically just have them all in their minecarts ready to go. As soon as it turns night, bring them here. The best thing to do about it is once it turns night, you bring them in and then you drop them in the hole on their minecart. Bang. They should go to sleep at some point in time. I'm thinking this is probably something that they're going to do. They're going to want to go to sleep at some point. And there we go. So let's bring them in. We want 20 of them. Okay, so what you'll notice is we have these villagers in there ready to party. Let's do a few things to make our life a lot easier while it's nighttime. So while we're under here, what I'm going to do is come down here and we're going to go ahead and put trapdoors on these blue glass like this. Like this. We're going to put one all the way. This is going to keep them stuck so that they don't move around. They stay in their workstations just like this. So I'm going to go up and down each side, two of them on top of both sides of the bed. Okay, so now that we've done this, we can feel good about it. Let's go ahead and start sealing this bad boy off. So let's do it on this side here. We don't need to get any more villagers in there. They're going to be locked down for good. Seal this guy off there. Seal this guy off there. And let's leave this side open. You're going to see a few cats are going to start spawning here and there. We don't worry about it right now. That guy there I might kill because I don't really want him in there. I don't think he has a way to get out, actually. Oh, I guess he could just walk out, but I might just one-shot him here. I don't want to accidentally kill a villager. Okay, so he's gone. You don't want to leave him in there. So now what we're going to do is pair our villagers to workstations. Remember what I told you at the beginning. Certain workstations don't work during the rain. It's not good. I like to use this smithing table because it makes that, you know, clang, clang, clang noise, which is kind of what makes it sound like, you know, iron's coming out of it. So what we're going to do is put down our smithing station and see which villager it turns to attract. So bang, smithing station. That guy right there. So once you see that it's this guy right here, you could go ahead and put it right here. It's going to block this guy here. Get rid of him. And bang. So let's do it again. Another smithing station. So see what happened there? This is the guy we want to put. Let's start all over again here. So wherever you see the person trigger is where you want it to go. Is this guy right here. So break this guy off. And then give him the smithing station. And then bang, he's good to go. And we're going to do that one more time again. Right again here. Bang. Do it again. See who triggers. The guy on the end right there. So let's bust this guy out. And let's put this right there. And again, let's leave the cats for now. It's not that big of a deal. And this is going to take a little bit. But you can see it was that guy next to it. Break it. And place it. I think you're probably going to get more and more cats as you do this, but that's okay. Let's keep going. Try not to keep the cats in there. I'm going to time lapse this part, and yeah. And there you go, guys. So you can see it kind of goes in a row, but it's not guaranteed. It's not 100% guaranteed that they go in a row. They do kind of follow their own, you know, magic. But let's go down here. So now what we can do, guys, is let's go ahead and bust out these beds. This will make it the cat problem go away. This will make everything go good. Again, it can start turning to daytime, so you're not going to start getting golems until it actually turns to daytimes. I think they actually have to, 75% of them have to actually work at the stations before a golem will come. I'm almost certain. We're going to turn it to night, or we're going to turn it to day right now and do some final touches. And yeah, we're going to get our little spot over here getting going. And yeah, so let's do that now. Oh, hold on, no. We're going to do this. We're going to do our water first. So we want our water to be where the blue blocks are. So let's go ahead and bring a solid water source, or bring a solid glass line here, and do the same thing on the other side of the blue. Once this is done, break out the blue blocks. And then grab your source blocks of water and place them against these blocks. And now that that's done, go ahead and break these glass blocks. Be careful, do not break those trapdoors. Problems will ensue for you if you start doing that right now. But you should be able to just go right down here and break these glass blocks. You're going to notice the water goes exactly where you want it to go, right to the end. Feels good, looks good. Don't worry about that cat, because golems will be pushing that cat. Let's do this. /time set day. And okay, so we are done. You're gonna take a couple minutes, but once golems start spawning, they're gonna spawn. There's only ever gonna be 2 at one time. There can never be more than 2 at a time. If we kill them fast, it will be efficient. So let's go to the other side and let's put our lava blade in. We're gonna do a quick change, guys. Pay attention, very serious stuff. Over here earlier, when I made this part here, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. Get rid of this ice. Let's make this just glass or just cobblestone or whatever. Get rid of any ice near the lava blade. We didn't want any sort of fault. I did highlight it in the video earlier, but we are definitely highlighting it again. Now, do not use ice right here. We don't want a hole in it. We want everything to keep flowing. So once this is done, we're going to do this. Let's take our buttons, and the buttons are easy. Right where the hole in the wall is right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. On the outside wall, we're going to put 3 next to it, ending on this guy. And on the inside wall, we're going to put 2 next to it, ending on this guy. How easy is that? Very easy. Take this guy, go ahead and put lava in the center too, right here and here. Again, if you used ice over here, it could be a problem. The ice can melt. We don't want that. We want to kill the golems with the blade, have the iron fly over through here. So we're going to go here. It's going to be less easy because these golems are in my way, but they generally move pretty easy. Again, we're going to do 2 in the center, 2 off the side. Let's just let them go by me on the other side. Get these guys here. 2 off the side. On the outside, again, we're going to want to put 2 in the center. And again, you're just ending. It's actually pretty straightforward because you're just ending on top of those other buttons, right? 3 on this side and 3 on this side. You're going to notice once we actually switch our glass here, which we are, no ice glass, no ice glass. Last side over here. Again, we do not want it to melt. And yes, so once this is done, we got our buttons in. Go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and place the lava on the 2 centers. 1 and 2. These, yep, they already know what's going to go on. You're going to see what's going to happen is the lava is actually going to flow nice down the middle here. This is actually really good. You're going to notice there's a lot less cats this way. and everything flows right to the center. I've already been fiddling with this. That was another golem just flying off the end right there. You can see another iron golem. So basically, it's going to be almost like a non-stop flow of golems, pretty much 2 at a time, up to 2 at a time. Almost always going to be one. There will be times of day that go slower or faster, but at the end of the day, you will see this guy goes. And yeah, it's all about ticks. So I mean, there could be moments and times when you know, there's no golems, and there could be moments and times when there is 2 golems. Again, you could actually go ahead and build another one up in the sky should you desire. But you can see we actually have a pretty good flow. I literally just made this. There was 2 golems stuck in the thing before that you know, I learned my lesson about the ice, and yeah. And there you go, guys. Depending on the time of day, you can see another golem is flying right here. Guys, don't forget to smash that like before you go. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel. Guys, how easy is this? Easy, simple, plain, man, beautiful. The best there is. No muss, no fuss. Guys, smash the like before you go, and I'll catch you on the next one.